I don't know how do I look at, we're recording?
It's saying recording.
I don't know if I can, do I look like a little box on your side or am I half and half?
I can see you from, I see you fully. It's just like normal when we do our regular segments, except for you're clearly in a different location.
I'm in this undisclosed location.
Yes, we can't speak of it. Are you going to show me the view? I knew it. Oh, that is so pretty, Tom. That is so nice.
I'm in Brooklyn.
Look at you. Well,
we're just gonna.
Dude, you can keep that view the whole time. Why are you hiding it? Why wouldn't you just? Oh my God, it's stunning.
I turn into a shadow of a man.
You didn't bring your ring light with you? What?
I didn't even bring a little cup call, which is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, dude. What? Well, you don't have to tell us what's going on. I'm glad that you're in a beautiful location. I wish I was, but I'm not, but that's okay.
No, I'm visiting my brother and his wife always take a trip to this and he generally it's on the coast of Florida or Georgia.
Okay.
And today we're at Amelia Island.
I love Amelia Island. I have not been there in ages and ages.
Yeah, I picked up my sister Nancy in Orlando. She had got one of those Mercedes-Benz vans.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Quit talking.
It's nice. Right. It's nice knowing rich people.
It really is. You know what? It really, really is. So what are you guys going to do while you're there? What's on the agenda?
Mostly just R&R. His daughter and her boyfriend are here, and they're working. And so, it's going to be pool day, walking the beach.
Okay. Play
board games. I'm only staying a day. We're leaving tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds very nice. What's the status there? Like here in New York, today's the big day. Today is masks off. We're just moving forward. Now, I haven't been out in the world because I've been working this morning, so I don't even know what's happening out there. I'll check it later, but I'm guessing since you're on a nice beachy area, are you even seeing any masks anywhere?
They still have the masks required on the elevator sign. It's the only mask sign I saw. No one's wearing a mask outside.
Okay.
Yesterday I was in Florida. I posted on Monday that I was getting my tires done.
Okay.
And the Walmart guy said that he does not have to wear a mask starting on Tuesday.
Okay.
And they were getting $75 for proof of vaccination.
Do you think that the market for vaccine cards is running rampant?
I suppose, but at the end of the day, aren't you just fooling yourself?
Well,
yes. If I've been vaccinated, I get some protection. If you got the COVID and don't know it, I suppose you could try to get me sick inadvertently, but I've got protection. But I don't think that's going to be any worse than just being out in the world during the flu or something,
Yeah, I wonder because I spoke to someone yesterday who's very aware that there's a particular black market and they know someone who bought a card in lieu of getting the shot. They'll go to the effort to get the fake card. So I'm just curious what the mindset is. Are these the people that think it's fake or, what's going on? Because I don't understand the mindset of if you don't want to get the vaccine, don't lie about it. You know what I mean? Just go do what you're going to do. I want to know. I don't want to have someone lying to me and exposing me, even though I've had my vaccine. So it's just that weird, like, come on, why?
There's no way that the passport's not going to work. It's not that they're not going to come up with a 3D holographical thing to prove you got the passport. It's so easy I go Xerox that card for nothing, right? That card, there's nothing really special about that card.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be, I think it's an effort, it's an exercise of futility to try to corral folks that haven't had it. You're going to just get integrated into the population. If you don't have the vaccine, you're going to be susceptible to getting sick. It's funny. My brother Jimmy said he saw, an article saying news, something saying, yeah, everybody who's getting it now or is being or dead from now, you pretty much figure out that they never got the vaccine.
Huh. Okay.
And I'll give them 2 weeks. I'll say, let's start saying as of June 1st, everybody who gets sick and everybody who dies probably didn't get the vaccine. I mean, they have been saying there are some people, but usually these are, I mean, I saw an article the other day, 137 people dead who received the vaccine, but they were in high categories to begin with, poor health to begin with. So,
okay.
You know, I'm willing to still take that risk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I've had the vaccine, but I have friends who are immune compromised that are unable to get the vaccine.
That's the problem.
That's a problem.
They need to be careful.
Yes.
Because now they're releasing everybody. So if I were them, I'd be wearing an N95 mask.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think too. Well, let's talk about something fun.
I can't believe this. So we're walking out to take a walk.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can flip this. Nobody wants to get a shit about me. So was this thing gonna flip?
I have no idea. It's not flipping yet.
Hang on, Gilbert. Let me try. I flipped you.
There it is.
So nice. So imagine now you can't see it from here, but just off over here, right?
Yeah.
It was a golf course. It was right on the beach.
Oh my goodness.
A golf course, and it's so windy. It's insane. Let me see if I can get out there. Okay, and that's what it looks like if you have to buy a picture.
Yes. Yeah. That's very nice.
Remote. I was going to do it here.
That's a very nice.
No, still can't see it. You see that guy down there on that little bridge?
Barely.
Anyway, there's a golf hole right around the corner.
Look at that. Is it crowded where you are, Tom? Are you seeing a lot of people?
Yeah, look at those 4 idiots crowding at the beach straight ahead of me.
Look at that. So why is the beach not crowded right now?
I don't know. Well, first of all, this is a very exclusive area. You had to go to the guard gate to get on this part of the island. So that's for the other people. Yeah, I don't know if it's time of year, COVID, or what, but yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Well,
we can sit like this, and you don't have to see me, and I can just sit.
Well, I think that the fans of your show, want to pick up the nuances of the faces you make when I talk about things.
Let me go back in.
There you go.
Well, plus my Wi-Fi was getting a little shoddy out there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm curious, right? Because, when I lived in Florida, there were a lot of beaches that weren't crowded because it was tourist season and the locals don't want to go out during tourist season. Right. So if that's a local spot, I could see where you'd have some nice privacy.
Yeah. So what are we looking at? May? I don't even know what month it is anymore.
I know.
So it's May, so we're yes, it's not summer season yet, and it's not that tourist sweet spot, April, May. Right. They usually go back around March, April.
Yeah. So this could be the great time to have some peace and quiet. It's lovely.
I mean, we just walked the beach, saw some jellyfish, saw some guys out there. I mean, there's nobody out here.
That's so nice. I'm so happy for you guys. Well, that's good. So since I forget what Florida's doing overall for the mandates, I feel like your governor has pretty much been like, don't worry about masks, everything's fine. So I'm just kind of curious if you've heard from your friends what dating life is like. Are people just trying to go out to bars now and feeling very free and happy?
I guess that's going to happen. Absolutely. Coming up next week or so. Absolutely. This weekend. Yeah. I can't imagine why not. I mean, now it's time because they've released the hounds. So if you're immunocompromised, compromise, you need to care for yourself because
Yeah.
they stop caring for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. I mean, it was odd. I've been like mask relaxed, going to play basketball. Oh, I forgot my mask. I was going to put my mask on. Come on in. It's all right. Everybody's kind of like, we've already into the no mask thing.
Okay.
Walked in a gas station. Some guy had a mask on. One guy didn't have a mask on. It's not a thing anymore.
It's just going to be interesting, to see the progression, right? How everybody kind of handles it. I mean, with my job, because I talk to so many people in so many different states in the United States, it's very different. The bigger cities seem to have a more regimented view because they are around more people. They're more cautious. The people that are in the areas that are more rural are like, don't worry about it. We're fine. So
it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm going to watch the numbers.
Yeah.
See if there's a spike.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we're going to be waiting for to see. Because I also, tell me if you heard this rumor. I've been shopping around for different things and trying to research this. Have you heard that banks right now are being cautious with loans and different things like that they're holding back now, even though the housing market's exploding, because there's a feeling that we're headed towards that cycle that happens when there's an upswing, there's a downswing. Have you heard that?
I've not heard it. I've not been in tune to that market.
Okay. Yeah, it's been kind of interesting because I've been, talking to different people on different banks. My bank here, a lot of banks in New York still are not even open. Like you can go to the ATM, but if you want to talk to anybody at the bank, you've got to call an 800 number. And then like today I talked to someone in Arizona because my banks are closed. They're still not open. People aren't working in the bank because it is a closed environment. So I'll be curious to see, have you noticed in Florida if banks are open, if people are working?
Banks have been open for a couple of months now.
Oh,
where you can walk in. Yes, it's been a couple, 3 months.
All right. Well, it's very different. Well, it's funny because one of the topics I didn't know you were on your vacation. And one of the topics I had was stress relief. What do you do for stress relief? And I was looking up, what it says online, and I was going to see what you and I do, but clearly you're already doing one of them.
It's funny. I always regret not taking a vacation. I remember when I got invited to do, go up to Wisconsin one time. I was, I'm just too tired. And of course, an hour after they left, it's like I was regretting not going.
Yeah.
Many vacations I've taken that I can't really remember every detail, but I do remember that one that I didn't take, and I was upset that I didn't do it. So. Well,
vacations are nice for so many reasons. You get to reset your mind. You get to get away from the everyday stuff that's maybe, pressing down on you. And it is nice to have days where you don't have that alarm clock. You don't have a schedule. You can relax. There's a definite mindset to feeling like, oh, I can be me. I'm the master of my own domain. I can eat when I want. I think a lot of us, we're lucky because our jobs are fairly flexible, right? We don't go into an office grind every day and we decide our schedules. But it's still very nice to take a vacation because everything changes. You probably eat foods that you wouldn't eat on a regular basis, right?
We're going to go to some fancy restaurant tonight where the big discussion is what's for lunch. So
yeah, I know. Jim Gaffigan has a whole bit about that, about when he takes his family. He said, I spend like $10,000 to go to Disney. And all we do is what's for breakfast, what's for lunch, what can we eat? Because it is about the food when you're on a vacation.
Yes. Well, I don't want to be too long here. They're waiting on me to go do lunch, oddly enough.
All right. Well, when we meet on Friday, I started researching, and I'll do a little teaser. I read something called Sex, Deceit, and Scandal, the ugly fight over Bob Ross's ghost. Bob Ross, the painting guy. There's a bunch of controversy about his name and his image. So we'll talk about that on Friday. It's very juicy. And when you think of Bob Ross, you don't think of sex scandals and lies.
You do not most of the time.
So we'll talk about that on Friday. So, all right, we'll have a lovely meal and walk and all of those things. And we will touch base on Friday when you're in your studio.
Okay, let me give you a little look at the beach as I say
And we'll look
goodbye.
at the beach one more time because that's where Mr. Tom Wise is vacationing.
Oh, it's hell, I tell you. Look at all those people out there. Oh, 7. All right. Well, my name's Tom Wise.
And I'm Melinda McKinsey. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see everybody on Friday.
Thanks for unpacking shit. All right.
And packing some shit.
Stop the recording.